Welcome back, everybody. My name's Drew, and today I'm doing a little bit something different. It's a podcast, and I think I might do these more often depending on how you guys like it, but I'm picking a topic, and I'm trying to relate it to art as much as possible, because that's what you guys are here for. You're watching a time-lapse, for God's sake, and I just want to relate it, and also bring you some value, because I think I have some good information to offer, and it might change someone's perspective of life, or that's what I hope for. That's what's truly fulfilling in life, and that'll tie into the subject. I want to talk about fulfillment, and if you're actually trying to live a fulfilling life or not. So, what do I mean by that? So we have the baby boomers, we got Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z. This is the majority of the population right now. Baby boomers were born from 1944 to 1964. So my parents just caught the tail end of that, and they're currently 54 to 74 years old right now. Gen X was born between 1965 and 1979. They're currently 39 to 53, and the population of baby boomers is 76 million. Gen X is 82 million, and now on to Gen Y. They were born between 1980 and 1994, and they are currently 24 to 38 years old. And then these people are also called millennials, and they have about 70 million, but they split it up into subcategories. Gen Z is my generation, and they were born between 1995 and 2015. I can't believe they extended it that one. I mean, I guess that's accurate. Yeah. But it's just crazy to think that there's people that were born in 2015 that were alive today. Time flies so unbelievably fast. It's crazy. But they are currently between 3 and 23 years old, and they're nearly 74 million. Now, I'm going to dial in specifically on Gen Z, because it's my generation, and we're the generation that's, we're next in line to make something for ourselves. So it's looking, we got to start getting into action. So this is the time that everyone's going to college or university, or maybe they're not going to a technical school, or maybe they just didn't at all, and they're working at fast food. Let's hope that's not you guys. But hopefully you're doing something to further your career. And I just want to talk about different opportunities. What I see from this generation is that a lot of people are kind of waking up to the college system and realizing that they're having a lot of useless degrees on there that they know people will have trouble finding jobs with, but they will still push them out. And I think that's kind of a scam. Because they know that it's not going to work. These kids are just unassuming. They're told that if you get the degree, you will get the job, but that's not always true. There's a lot of frictional unemployment happening, and that's due to that reason. Of course, frictional unemployment has always, pretty much been a thing straight out of college, but I want to be here to give people a different perspective on life, and maybe change a few people's minds. And if I can change lives, that'd be awesome. But I just want to give people a different perspective into life, that you don't necessarily need college. And I don't have anything against college. If you're going into the STEM field, I think that's science, engineering, mathematics, and I forget what the T stands for, but those fields, doctor fields, lawyer, stuff that you need certifications for, that is the one where college really does pay off. And you might want to get into a great university too. Those kinds of things will all add up for you, and that's just how the system's built. So that will work out in your favor if that's what you want to do in life. I wouldn't recommend dropping out of college and then trying to become a lawyer. That's just completely stupid. But if you have some sort of other passion that doesn't really have a practical purpose in life, but it does, well, I'll take that back, because a lot of things like entertainment, just sports, stuff like that, drawing, painting, stuff stuff that people do in their free time, that stuff I believe could actually have a huge impact on people's lives, especially people who are suffering from depression. Just having something that brings them purpose, that is truly fulfilling. And so I'd say if you're in that position where you have a 9-to-5 job right now and you can't, it's just difficult to try and start up a second business. Or just a business in general. First off, I would try and make a business. I would take every hour that you have left at home, or at least just 3, take 3 hours a night and work on your business. And I'll get into what business that any of you guys can create with very low income. Like, I only have one part-time job, and I'm able to fund every aspect that I need to build this business. And I'll get into what I'm doing in a second. But basically, what I'm doing is called email marketing, and I'd recommend this to anybody who doesn't have that drive for school or just doesn't want to work that 9-to-5 job and have literally 2/3 taken up by their day by sleep and work. And so you only have 1/3 of your day to enjoy. Now, is that how you want to live most of your life and then retire, live that last part of your life? I'd rather be happy and a hobo than rich and unhappy. I'd rather be starving and truly fulfilled than just working a crappy 9-to-5 and just getting that paycheck and relying on that one job to keep me going. What I want to do is build up multiple streams of income so that I don't have to rely on one job and I don't have to live by the system and what's been set up for me. I think times are changing, and man, this sounds like a huge inspirational rant, and I hope it is. I want people to wake up to this. But here's a really profitable way. It takes a bit of time. I would say set apart 6 to 12 months to truly get this off the ground. But you can start an email marketing business with any passion that you have. Now, obviously, if you're into collecting golf balls, that's going to be a really hard niche to get into. So I would pick one that's a little bit more mainstream, like maybe if you know how to play guitar, make videos on playing guitar, post it to YouTube, and then we'll talk about what happens after that. But whatever passion you have, I would start creating an audience. So take full advantage of every single, or maybe just pick 2 or 3, because we only really have 4, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube. Pick 2 of those. I picked Instagram and YouTube, and I have a Facebook. I just post my videos on it, but the more places you can spread out your content, the better. Whatever niche you have, you're gonna just go ahead and collect an audience. You're gonna put your videos up everywhere, and I want you to put a lot of effort into these videos. So whatever your passion is, make a video doing it or explaining how you do it. Make tutorials. People are hungry for that information. Think about how many times you've been to YouTube because you wanted to find out how to do something. I know when I was a kid, I looked up how to solve a Rubik's Cube, and then I found this one guy. He sold Rubik's Cubes. I bought from him. How do you think that happens? That's email marketing. It's video marketing. So essentially, what I'm telling you guys to do is, if you want to make a career out of your passion, you have to become whatever you are, which is if you're an artist, you're an artist/marketer now. So you're gonna take your skill and market it to people. I think that if you have a skill, it's only it's your duty to pass it on, because if you learned it, well, that's only fair. That's your job to pass it on. How else are people supposed to learn? You say there's other ways, but if you have a method that you truly think that people would benefit from, and you think that yours is different, it's unique, share that with people. People are willing to watch your content. I could go into psychology. I think I should make a whole other video on that, but people like to build relationships with the YouTubers they watch. You know, over time, people eventually. I'll have relationships with all of my fans. I mean, most, you know, not most, but like, I try and connect with as many people as possible if they're genuinely reaching out to me. You know, I don't respond to spam, but if people reach out with genuine questions, I like to answer to them, and that's a mutual beneficial thing. It helps me out because I'm building relationships, I'm building loyalty with my fans, and I know that later on, you guys will trust my influence, hopefully, and if I have an offer with a company, let's say affiliate marketing is another thing you can do. I'll show you guys those brands, and with my influence and trust, because I'm not going to try and sell you something right off the bat. I'm trying to build relationships and then offer things that I know you guys could find useful. But let's talk more about marketing. Marketing it's an umbrella, really, and there's many different things that fall under it. You got email marketing, video marketing, you have in-person marketing. Marketing's all around us, and it influences us every day, and it influences our buying habits, which is crazy to think about. They employ these psychological tactics, which are really quite cool if you think about it, and you can learn how to do it yourself, and that's the whole point of this video. I want you guys to learn how to do it. So let's just say, for example, what am I doing? I'm doing an artist. That's a pretty standard example. I'm an artist. I'm trying to make a living for myself, having not gone to college, and what am I doing to do that? I'm doing video marketing. So in these videos, I'm gonna say things like, I'm gonna have like an opt-in, and you could opt into my technical training course, which I'll be coming out with in a bit. What I plan on doing in the future is just having an entire database of videos that you could watch, and just tons and tons of examples, because I know the one thing that helps me out the most is watching people do it over and over and over again. So I will have just like 50 examples of each facial feature, and it's gonna take me a crap ton of time to get it done, but I really want to see success because that's good for me. I want to help you guys out, and in turn, it's a mutual beneficial thing because we're both eating at the end of the day. So, I think this video is about to come to a close, but basically, I just want you guys to take away that you don't have to go the college road. Actually, we got a little bit of chunk of time left, but yeah. So what am I gonna do with this? The course, you're gonna have access to that. That's coming out in the future, and man, I'm really not sure how many people are gonna be into this video, but I'm really trying to tie it in here. If you want, let's take another example. Let's say you're a fisherman and you love fishing. That's literally all you want to do for the rest of your life. You just want to fish and just do nothing else, right? That's what's truly fulfilling. You know what's even more fulfilling? Teaching people. So if you made tutorials, you could do videos on how to catch freshwater fish, how to catch saltwater fish, what's the best bait to use. And let's say, for example, you make that video, what's the best bait to use? Well, you could link a product from someone else's company, and once you have millions of people watching your videos, that's a little far-fetched, but let's say you got 100,000 people watching your video, and let's say 1% of them click on 1% of them decide to buy the lure that you promoted. Well, that's 1,000 people. Let's say you get $5 off of each sale. Well, that's $5,000 off of one video. So just put that into perspective. I really want you guys to think about the possibilities. And don't think of it like a cop out. Marketing's not a cop out. It's a completely different skill set. You're still gaining knowledge. You're just not relying on the piece of paper that you get. You're not relying on that diploma or the degree, sorry, to get you that 9-to-5 job. You're actually taking action and making a name for yourself on your own and learning a whole skill. You're using that discipline. So if you actually make it, that means that you're very disciplined, and then you deserve the money. And I'll just say for the record, this business method is so scalable. I'm saying you can scale it up as high as you want, because your results, your success is directly related to how many people watch your content. So I mean, just keep growing and you'll be pretty much set. So lastly, I just want to wrap it up by saying, if you haven't subscribed to me and you like my content, I would recommend doing it. I want to do more of these podcasts. Just give me your thoughts on it, and tell me how you feel about this whole situation. I know it's kind of weird in the air. I feel some change happening with this generation, and I want to see if you guys feel the same way. So drop a comment and let me know what you think about it, and also let me know what you would like to see in the future. This drawing was done maybe like 5 days ago. I was kind of lazy with this upload, but I really like this one. As you can see, the clouds, it says "come home," and then at the end I spell out "I'm sad." So it's like the homesick sadastronaut. That's what I called this one. And I'll see you next time.